Hello everyone, this is Jack Frost with your daily update for the Ethereum technicals and Solana. For the Ethereum technicals, price has consolidated within resistance at 3680 and support at 3200 for the short term after increasing, finding support at 2720 previously just here. Volume for the short term supports downwards movement with strongest volume on these bearish candlesticks. Recent strength in bullish candlesticks here see some strength in upwards movement for the short term, and for the mid-term overall, volume does support upwards movement. On balance, volume has found a new support line just here, though overall it does still have no new range and gives no signal for the short term. RSI is neutral and now declining for the very short term, with a little bit of room to move before it may enter overbought and quite a bit of room before it may enter oversold. Money flow also neutral and declining for the very short term. It is also in the same position as RSI with a bit of room to move before it may enter overbought and quite a bit of room before it may enter oversold. ATR declines as price moves sideways for the short term, increasing with price for the overall mid-term. The profile for volatility is bullish. And as ADX continues to decline for Ethereum at this time frame, we use the model of stochastics and support and resistance, which suggests an upward swing may end here and a downward swing may occur soon towards support at 3200 or down to 2720, where price may find these support points where stochastics enters oversold. Additionally, it is also possible that the upward swing can continue towards resistance at 3680, where price finds this resistance point and stochastics enters more deeply overbought. For the first Solana daily chart, this wave count sees primary wave 4 as an incomplete double zigzag, currently within minor wave C of intermediate wave Y. This wave count seeing minor wave B complete at this last high here with these last two pretty strong green candlesticks moving above this Elliott channel. The Elliott channel drawn around the intermediate degree movements from the beginning of intermediate wave W to the end of intermediate wave X with a copy on the end of intermediate wave W. If minor wave B does continue any higher, it cannot move above the start of minor wave A at 188.0915. If that does happen, this wave count will be invalidated. At this point, downwards movement is expected to resume for minor wave C with increasing bearish range and momentum. And as primary wave 4 continues lower, it has a target calculated at 117.4360, which is the 0.618 Fibonacci ratio of primary wave 3. On this second daily chart, this wave count sees primary wave 4 as a contracting triangle. Intermediate wave D is labeled complete at this last high here, falling just short of this invalidation here at 188.0915, where intermediate wave D would move above the end of intermediate wave B. Please note that if price does continue any higher, it can move ever so slightly above this point for a barrier triangle where the BD trendline must be overall flat, though it does not have to be absolute. At this point, with this wave count, intermediate wave E and the end of primary wave 4 are expected to move price lower, and intermediate wave E must subdivide as a single zigzag. As intermediate wave E continues lower, it cannot move below the end of intermediate wave C at 122.5794, as is the rule for a contracting triangle. And as intermediate wave E and the end of primary wave 4 continue lower, it may fall short of this AC trendline just here, as is common for contracting triangles. On this third daily chart, this wave count sees primary wave 4 complete as a single zigzag with intermediate wave C truncated by 2.7951. Price now increasing for primary wave 5 and the end of cycle wave 3. This most recent green candlestick adds some support for this wave count, breaking above the Elliott channel, though it is not a complete breakout, and we will require a full green candlestick above and not touching to constitute a breakout at this point. The Elliott channel drawn around the intermediate degree movements from the start of intermediate wave A to the end of intermediate wave B with a copy on the end of intermediate wave A. As price continues above this channel for the short term, a confidence point is set at 188.0915, which is the invalidation for both previous wave counts, meaning that if price makes a substantial high above this point, it will add confidence to this wave count. Additionally, as primary wave 5 continues higher, any second wave corrective movement cannot move below its start at 122.5794. On the technical daily chart for Solana, price has increased after finding support at 127 just here, moving above support prior resistance at 157 and 175. Volume supports upwards movement with strongest volume on the bullish candlesticks, particularly a recent push on the most recent completed candlestick just here, though there is some strength in bearish movements with a push on various bearish candlesticks, seeing some strength for downwards movement, though overall the volume profile is bullish for the short term. On-balance volume has broken out of resistance, giving a weak bullish signal. This is only a weak signal as it had the minimum two tests for this resistance line, had a noticeable slope and was not very long held, though it does still give a bullish signal which supports the volume profile and recent price movements. ADX now increases with a bullish trend that is in its early stages and not yet in danger of ending. This trend may continue to where ADX may reach extreme or very extreme conditions, and RSI and money flow, which you will see in a minute, may reach overbought and or exhibit some divergence. RSI neutral and increasing, getting a little bit close to overbought, though it does still have some room to move before it may enter overbought. Additionally, it does not exhibit any divergence at this time frame. Money flow neutral and increasing with quite a way to go before it may enter overbought. ATR overall increasing along with price, giving a bullish outlook for volatility. And as previously mentioned, as this ADX trend is in its early stages, it is expected to continue upwards along with price for the short to mid-term, before it may be in danger of ending. That's all for me with your daily update for Solana and the Ethereum technicals. As always, if you want the Ethereum Elliott Wave count, you can sign up for that at pureelliottwave.com. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a good day.